Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 114 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Hanging out over here, just checking on my little mob grinder room. I would like to set something up. Let's set the mob selector to do skeletons, which as we know are wither skeletons. We just don't actually know that because the thing can't read the difference. Exact spawn, yes. That sounds good. Let's say main menu, and then we will put the attractor on pulling mode. We'll turn the attractor on, and we'll activate the spawner, which should start spawning wither skeletons for me. Cool. Okay. Tractor is on pulling mode, so that's good. Let's see what happens. Go, wither skeletons, go. There we go. Nice. Oh, we should probably turn the grinders off too, because we don't want them to die unless it's by way of the beheader. So if we check out our wither skeleton skulls, we've got 17 in there. I want to get a few more of those guys. And on the subject of wither skeleton skulls, I would like to get some soul sand. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got. Soul sand, plenty, for now at least. What I would like to do is I'd like to build something that's probably going to cost a lot of energy. Now, we have in the past episodes recently really kicked up our energy production system. We've got this whole thing going here. We've got tons of power going on. We really aren't using much energy in terms of how much we're producing. Obviously, we're kind of breaking even right now, which is a good place to be for energy. If we go down into our basement, we'll see that our nuclear reactor is running just fine, right? Yeah, it is. Cool. So right now, it's not producing any EU because the MFSU down there is full. Every now and then it flips on, produces a little bit, and then shuts itself off because everything's nice and full. Oh, I should probably get some power back into my remote thermal monitor. I think I took the power thing out of there temporarily as I was working on stuff. So something I'd like to work on next is going to require a lot of power. So I think it's about time we automate getting ourselves just a handful, just a small number of nether stars. I'll be back in a minute once I've got everything I need. Alright guys, I found myself back in the overworld at my old base. My old stomping ground, places I haven't seen in a while. Wanted to stop by because I know I left some stuff back here that I can use to kind of rebuild this thing. So this coercion driver has nothing in it, so that's not a problem. So let's steal him back. Thank you. My Fortron capacitor, also nothing, so no biggie right there. Let's see, down here, we've obviously got some red alloy wire going and set up, and we do have some state cells, and I kind of have to remember because it's been so long since I set these things up. So this is a 4-second interval, and then a 2.5-second interval. So that doesn't look too bad to replicate. So let's snag these guys. So 2-second and 4-second. And then obviously this is the guy who's gonna work with different things here. So let's see. This might have been the soul sand. No, this was the wither skeleton one. Okay, good to know. So this is my wither skeleton skull. You come back here with me. And this guy is set up like so. I'm just going to snag some screenshots of just the way that they're set up, so that way I don't have to even worry about it, and we'll know exactly how things are working, right? So let's snag you. Thank you. And then this guy. This is the soul sand one, right? So we snag this stuff, and this guy, and there's really nothing else to that, right? Seems easy enough. So the chests, nothing in them. I can leave them here, and I'm going to bring the red alloy wire back with me. Come here, you. Might be easier just to break the stone that's sitting on at this point. Okay. So I want to... I've kind of had this pretty well automated before, and at the time I was like, you know what, I'm not going to automate the collection of nether stars, but now I think, you know what, let's go for it. Let's just have a little bit of fun and completely overpowered and broken and automate the collection of nether stars. So what I'd like to do is keep a certain number of nether stars in my system at all times. I'd like to, in the event that my system detects that it's low on nether stars, spawn a nether or a wither, and automatically kill it, collect the nether star that it drops, and then repeat until needed. Looks like we have a few wither skeletons here needing to be killed. How's the skull situation coming along? 52 nether skulls. That's cool. Alright, so obviously these guys are not behaving. So let's turn off the spawner for a minute. We'll let the grinders kick in and kill everything there. The only thing I need to determine is where exactly I want to spawn this stuff. I don't want to spawn it in this room, because that's not going to work out too well for me. So there's a couple places we can look into it. Let's see. I'm thinking like I might right through here build an area whose job will be to spawn withers. That might not be a terrible idea. So let me build that out a little bit. I'm going to deposit you right into here. Come on, go in there. What are you, full? Don't tell me you're full. No, you can't be. Okay. So why don't you want to go in there? I don't know why. I'll figure it out in a bit. Alright, so for now, let me just drop off some of my inventory, and then we'll be back when I'm ready to sort all this out. Alright guys, so since I'm building a nifty little room over here, dun dun dun, that's going to be the wither spawning and killing room, I figured I'd class it up a little bit with the following little contraption. You ready for this? Check this out. Boom. And I'm thinking I'll need this guy. That should be good. So if I did this correctly, nice. Haha, that's cool. I love drawbridges. They're like the greatest thing ever. One more thing I'd like to also do is I think I've got... Oh, by the way, I taught my AE system how to make drawbridges because they are a nuisance to craft. There's so many steps. Luckily, AE system, no problemo. I didn't teach it some of the things it needs because the AE system has like a bunch of it, like how to make aluminum brass, but I figured this is enough. There we go. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Hey, no, come back here. In and out. One. Haha, perfect. Alright, wand of... Get me back in there, please. Yeah, that's what it's called. Okay, so close back up now. And we're going to test. So, flip the lever. Dun 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 dun. Flip the lever. Dun 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 dun. I know, it's the simple things that amuse me. Let's ward up this room, because that's another important step. There we go. I'll be back when this boring clicking on blocks for 5 minutes is done. Okay, I think that looks about right. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely well protected. So that'll be that piece. Now let's get the auto-spawning wither stuff going. So that's going to require just a little bit of reconfiguration of stuff. Let's get you guys back, and might need some energy conduits running over there. May need a few more than this. That should do. Alright, so the trick then will be the following. Let's get this guy set up underneath. So, we're definitely going to want, like right in the center here, these two guys. And something along the lines of this. And I said it was 4 seconds, then 2.5 seconds for the state cells, right? I need that screwdriver, don't I? No signal. Cool. So this is kind of going to be a repeat of stuff you guys have seen me do in the past. So why don't I get this working to the point where it's push button spawn wither again, and then once it is push button spawn wither, then I'll come back and we'll push button kill wither. How's that sound? Alright guys, so we should be back to the point where this will be the soul sand piece, and this guy will be the wither skeleton piece on the right there. And if that's correct, oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. So This is Wither Skeleton, this is Soul Sand, right? And that should work out perfectly, because I remember the Soul Sand needed to go first, so we should be pretty much at the point where push button spawn Wither, right? So let's make sure that we've got stuff ready for that. So we've got 102 Wither Skeleton Skulls. That sounds pretty ideal. Let's go ahead and configure these guys. So we're going to want to run something like this. We'll say... probably just run it right to here. Actually, that's probably one too far. You and you. You keep 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guy can keep 1, 2, 3, right? And then as a test progress, what we want to do then is say redstone, and let's get ourselves a button. If I don't have one, I'm just going to have to get a piece of stone or something. There we go. So we should be now at the point where it's press button spawn Wither. So let's turn this off. Let's make sure this is off. Make sure our field stabilizer nodes are in there. And we should be ready to go. Ready for the testing of the first press button spawn Wither of the new base. Here goes nothing. Also, we're testing to make sure that we don't, like, destroy any of our stuff. Go! That's a positive sign so far. Oh, that's what's up. Push button spawn Wither is active. I'm afraid. I'm standing back. Hopefully nothing gets destroyed. Yay! Okay. So far, he's trapped. He's gonna die soon. I know, I don't have my awesome wither killing sword on me, but that's okay. What I do have is an item that removes the withering effect. Haha, take that, wither. Yeah, this guy removes withering as much as anything else. So that is a nether star for me, thank you. All this other stuff can go away for the time being, as can I think this, and that's about it for now. So did anything get destroyed down here? It does not appear to be the case. So we have successful push button spawn Wither. By use of ME, it's a little bit easier, as you can see, to maintain the proper items in the ME interfaces. Now all we need to do is tie, instead of having a button here, we need to tie this up to some form of automation. Let's see how we can figure out how to do this. Before we get to the automated respawning of the Wither, I think we should automate the killing of the Wither, and for that we're going to need the interdiction matrix. So this is going to need a few shock modules, so 1, 2, 3. We're going to need a few more focus matrix stuff. So that should get that, and 1, 2, 3 in there. Awesome. We're going to need a vanilla ender chest. Wow. Okay, Eye of Ender, please. Hopefully this will work. Oh good, it does. Cool. And then we can make interdiction matrix. And then interdiction matrix is basically the security component of the MFFS system. So you can use it to secure certain areas from friendly mobs or hostile mobs or other players. And you can also make it so it confiscates items from intruders to your base, sends a warning to the intruder, blocks access from right-clicking on blocks. So some of this stuff is really useful for multiplayer stuff, but in this case we want the anti-hostile dude. And luckily I have all the stuff I need for that. Cool. And the only thing we're going to need is some more modules. So I know what I'm going to want is the scale module. And I don't think I quite need 27, but I'm grabbing a bunch just in case. So let's get ready to check out what the interdiction matrix is all about. We are going to head on down here and we're going to plop on down and we're going to hook up the interdiction matrix probably, I'm going to say right here. Yoink. And he should get powered up by this guy standing next to him. So what does he do? Real easy. You can see currently it's going to warn any players within a radius of 3. And it'll take action on any players within a radius of 0. AKA it's not going to take any action on anybody yet. First thing we put in there is the anti-hostile module, which will make it kill stuff. And then we can increase the range at which it can function. So I want it to function within, like, I don't know, 10 blocks of this block. That should be plenty. So any hostile mobs within 10 blocks should be killed by the interdiction matrix. All it needs is a bit of a redstone signal. So Let's actually get our button back. Do we have any smooth stone in here? Smooth stone, where are you? Ah, there you are. I just want another button, and I know I only have the one. I want to see if a button press is enough to kill them, or if I need a longer redstone signal. No, not you. I'll catch it eventually. There it is. So, we're going to try it with a button press. So, step 1, spawn wither. Boom. And that should have a wither spawning any moment for us. Here it comes. Push button, spawn wither. Hey. Where's the part where you spawn the wither? Having a problem over here or something, buddy? So a little testing obviously required. Disable that for now, and we'll let this guy activate. Alright, so push button kill wither by chance? Or do we need a longer redstone delay? Alright, clearly not enough. So let's go with a lever. Shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so that should kill him. Oh, he does damage, okay. So this thing, you know what? I've tested it on regular mobs, and it just does, like, damage enough probably to kill them in one hit, but the wither probably has more health, so he's going to take a little while to kill. Not the end of the world. How's his power situation standing up? Is he okay? Ah, plenty of power. Plenty of juice. I did have to throw some speed upgrades in this thing in the Fortron capacitor, but I think we're cool. So if we stand back here, what we should wind up with... Nice. Look at that. I like it. Alright, so that's that. We get nether stars. Now we have to figure out a way to collect those nether stars. That might be trickier than it sounds, because that is a warded room. So how can we get a creature, or, I mean, a vacuum pump might not really work out. I'm assuming like a vacuum pump like that thing is going to wind up, you know, I don't think... Can item entities travel through these glasses? I don't think so. Alright, so let me do a little testing and figure out how to collect this stuff. Alright, I think I've come up with a plan. Let's see how well it works. Back here, wrong tool. Dun dun dun. What if we did this? Ah, so the wither's not going to be able to get through a 1 block wide space, but what can? Any items I want. That's right. So if I were to put something here that could pull items out for me, like, I don't know, let's see, what do we got that can pull items for me? I don't have anything that can pull items for me, at least not yet. If we were to dig inside our ender pouch and find, maybe it's not in our ender pouch, maybe it's right here, Thaumonomicon. I'm going to go to Thaumic Tinkering. Just like the corporeal attractor can pull mobs, the kinetic attractor can pull items. So it's real easy. Our kinetic attractor is going to need a wand focus of telekinesis. So let me do a little infusion crafting, and I'll be back when I've got this done. Alright, so just got my thing here. Earth, air, 2 iron, 2 great wood logs, and the wand to top it off. Nice. So this nifty little gadget should pull items for me. All he needs is a redstone signal, which I'm going to make sure he's supplied with at all times by way of a lever, which apparently I'm out of. So sticks, please. I go through a lot of sticks. It's amazing, like how rarely I have sticks in my system. I know it's because I'm crafting frames all the time and they're cheap, so don't last too long. Cool. So let's run over here and test this out. So in theory, I should be able to pop this dude right there and pop a lever down like so. And I'm hoping that I can then sneak a vacuum hopper down here nearby. Cool, I happen to have one. I was afraid I'd have to go craft one. Alright, so vacuum hopper maybe right here. And I'm hoping that this thing is not going to be in the range of the kill zone. So press button, spawn wither, go. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Wither active? Oh yeah, there he is. So now we just want to make sure that neither of these things are destroyed. Make sure that this thing's active. His mode is pulling. He should be working. It didn't destroy the vacuum hopper or the kinetic attractor. That was what I was worried about. I think it would have destroyed this block right here, except I've got that protected. Haha, look at that. I just got my nether star. Beautiful. Are there any other items in there that it maybe didn't reach, or did it get it? There is an item there. Why aren't you getting pulled in? You should have the range for that. That annoys me just a little bit, because I thought this would have the range. Why are you not pulling? My kinetic attractor not working? Is that the problem here? Maybe he doesn't like indirect redstone signals? Could be the case. I can fix it. Let's see. This will ensure this thingy runs. Haha. Alright, I didn't want it on top, I wanted it behind, but that should fix it. Oh, right. I'm like, where'd it go? Of course it went in here. The kinetic attractor has a much longer range than the vacuum hopper does. So, one more time, let's do this. Take that. Alright, so kinetic attractor should be running now, and as a result, he should be able to reach things like there. See? Yeah, that's what I expected to happen. He should be able to reach from pretty much the furthest corner of this room. Like, you'd really have to land in the exact furthest corner away in order for him to not reach, but that's like a 1 in a million chance, right? So I don't think the wither could even die in such a way to cause the drops to spawn in a corner like that. So we'll activate it again. One more test. Click button, spawn wither / kill wither. Go, activate, enjoy yourself. There we go, wither spawns. So what I'm thinking then is, if I want more wither or nether stars, all I need to do is dun, dun, dun. Ah, that's awesome. And nothing died over here. Good, that's what I wanted to see. I'm near the scanning radius. That's okay. I don't really care. What I'm going to think is we could have a timer here set on like a 60-second delay. This wither dies in like, what, 10 to 15 seconds? So I can even make it a 30-second delay and not worry too much about having multiple withers in there. But a 60-second delay should be more than sufficient, right? So wither dies. Boom. Incoming items. Should get sucked up by this guy. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. And then we can, you know, connect these guys to an interface, right? So we can just yoink that and interface this dude. So let's grab from here. No signal, no signal. Interface. There we go. One more of these and some cables. Just make sure this guy's set to export his items on the bottom. There we go. So any items he gets will automatically go into the bottom there. So item gets sucked up, lands inside the vacuum hopper, dropped exported items, and all we need to do now is connect you like so, and boom, they're exported into the A system. Nice. Final piece to this puzzle will be a timer right here set to 60 seconds. So let me go see if we have a timer in the A system or if I have to make one. Nope, I have to make one. Timer. Oh, so close. What do I need? More of these. Alright, and then what I'm thinking is the level emitter. and just a piece of cabling here. And then what we can say is, alright, I have another star on me. So let's make it like 20 or something like that. I don't know. How many nether stars are in there at the moment? 7. So if we had, for example, a timer here. Alright, that should probably not be running like that. I think we're about to spawn a wither, nobody panic. Where's the input? Where's my screwdriver? I should have like an emergency cutoff lever or something like that. So remember, redstone signal applied equals lever, or no, timer no run, right? So in and out. So the wither's currently dying. What I wanted to test before I ran this really was, how does this level emitter interact with red alloy wire? That's really like the question of the day. So if we put this here and we pointed the level emitter like that, not at all like that. We pointed the level emitter like, let's do this, I got an idea. There we go. Will you... No. Alright, so I might need to do something like this. What if I had redstone dust? This might work. If it doesn't, there's a few things I could do. So redstone dust here. Obviously that's not what we really want the ultimate end goal to be, but you should then be pointing at that. Might need to be one further out. No, I should have grabbed 2 redstone. If this doesn't work, I'll find a solution off camera, because I hate making you guys watch me troubleshoot. I usually like to be all kinds of prepared, but I'm kind of doing this build off the cuff, if you will. Might need to have the red alloy wire. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Let me get a good solution here. Hey, just barely missed the timer trigger, but that works. Pointing it like that seems to do it. So as you can hear, we have a guy spawning up there. So long story short, let's say that we want 5 nether stars to be the cutoff, right? And we'll say emit redstone signal when levels are above or equal to the limit, right? So when we have more than 5 nether stars, and you can hear the wither up there dying, how are we? We've got 8 at the moment, so we've got more than 5, right? So we'll test this actually with 10. So if we set the timer to 10, the timer is going to be allowed to run. And because the timer is running within 60 seconds or so, and I'm going to drop it down to something like 20 seconds, right, we'll get another wither. Because we're not quite at 10 yet. This thing will trigger another wither. Bump it back up to 60, please. Nice. There's the wither coming again, right? We have 9 stars in there at the moment. This is funny. Fully automated nether stars, guys. I hope you like it, because I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, we had push button spawn wither already, I admit, but now we have push button kill wither, collect another star. It's not even push button. I don't even have to push a button anymore. Oh man, that cracks me up. So no more pushing of buttons required. It's completely automated wither spawning and destruction, 100% start to finish. Mostly MFFS doing it. So there we go. He's dead. we should collect that star, and now you'll notice that as soon as we hit that 10th nether star, because we have 10 stars now, it automatically turned it off. If I were to take another star out of here and put it in my inventory, you'll see it'll start the timer up again. So within a minute, we should have another nether star showing up. I put these nether stars into the AE system again, and it should activate the redstone signal, turning off the timer, turning off the spawning system. We've automated collections of nether stars. How's it going? Alright guys, I think that is a good wrapping up point for the episode. So I'm thinking maybe next episode we'll come back and build a system that will automatically consume nether stars when we get to a certain threshold. So what it's going to need really is its own dedicated power system. It's going to be a completely separate line for Resonant Energy Cell. As we know, because we have one back at our old base, one nether star should fill 2 Resonant Energy Cells. So I'm going to go collect the nether star generator that we had back at our old base here. And pretty much we're going to grab this guy. And we definitely need these other things here. Where'd you go? Down there? Cool. I don't think... yeah, I didn't think so. You can do the other things with that, but you do have to break them with this. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll come back and we will pretty much build a system. Nether star generator, completely keeping it, and I want it to be separate from our main power system for, let's call it nefarious purposes. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Alright, for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Completely 100% automated nether star collection. I don't think that's anything to complain about. Alright guys, Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.